Alright folks, thank you for tuning into your daily silver news. My name is Silver Slayer, and if you want the latest information of what's happening in the world of precious metals, more specifically silver on a daily basis wrapped up in a shiny YouTube video for you so you don't have to sit in front of a computer screen and do hours of research per day, click subscribe, click the bell so you get notified when I post. Also, if you wanted to purchase some of this shiny stuff, send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know Slayer sent you. Helps me out. Also, if you like the face cam, let me know down below. If you don't like the face cam, let me know down below. I'm trying to test it out. Usually I don't use a face cam, obviously, if you're a viewer of mine, but it might make it more personal. Let me know. Usually I just show my face when I do the podcast with Andy Sheckman, which, by the way, coming soon. But if you think I should on my normal videos as well, just let me know. I kind of like it, but is it necessary? That's the whole thing. I guess nowadays everyone uses a face cam, so maybe I should. Anyways, we got a very interesting article. Triple-digit silver by Christmas, the surge that shocks the world. That's a crazy claim. I just made a video earlier today about Keith Neumeyer calling for $100 silver, but he's not saying by Christmas or even by the end of the year. But saying triple-digit silver by Christmas is a very bold statement. I mean, it's already September 12th. So what do you think about that? I try not to mislead my audience, but and I have to be very responsible about that. I don't want people to get the wrong idea, unrealistic expectations. I always say expectations are resentments waiting to happen. It's a quote of mine that I like to go by. But who knows? We're living in crazy times, so expect crazy things to happen. Potentially like a 50 basis point jumbo rate cut they're calling could do anything. We're at 14 plus year highs. Silver sitting at $42 plus. So who knows? And by the way, with the face cam, I might tend to ramble a little bit more so you can see me and you're not just staring at an article. I might be able to talk more to the camera. So incorporate that in your decision if I should use it or not. So anyways, with the soaring industrial demand, runaway lease rates, bullion bank delivery strains, and a global flight from collapsing fiat, every catalyst is converging to ignite rallies to $100 by Christmas. $50 by Christmas, you got me there. $100, I don't know. And you wouldn't want it to jump to $100 by Christmas. That's way too fast. That's extreme overbought territory. It would skyrocket up and then skyrocket downwards, and it would stay down because no prices are being stabilized. It has to go up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little more. Overbought territory is dangerous for many reasons. The main two that I could think of are three. One, prices can't stabilize. It's overbought territory. Everyone's buying, buying, buying. Number two, a lot of people are going to jump in when it's at that very high price, not realizing that it is overbought territory or that a correction needs to happen. Plus, these people don't understand the market, so they're just getting in without even knowing why they're buying silver. So then when it drops back down a little bit, all of those same people that just got in, just following the silver hype train, panic sell at a loss. So they buy in during all the hype, for crazy prices, by the way, and I'm going to give you an example of when this happened. They buy in, not knowing what makes silver valuable. They're not true stackers. They have weak hands. So as soon as it dips, they panic sell at a lower price, thinking, oh, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done this. And then it goes back up afterwards. Then they're like, wow, why did I do that? Why did I sell? Most people buy high, sell low. It's supposed to be buy low, sell high. Buy the dips, sell the tops. I wouldn't even recommend selling in tops, but you get what I'm saying. You got to know why you're stacking silver before you start stacking silver. So, Grady states, big patterns lead to big moves. Getting in before the general public is always key. I always say that as well. Get in before the curve. When the average everyday person's buying, you miss the boat. You miss the boat. It's too late. You got to get in before anyone knows about it. And less than 1% of the population owns silver, so I think we're still there, folks. We still got time. Now trying to break above blue line, could see $60 to $70 on the breakout. The mother of all legit looking probable cup and handles. This is a 40 plus year cup and handle, by the way. This is insane. You see this chart right here. This is a 45-year chart. You could see 1980 silver hit $50 from the Hunt brothers. And then you see in 2011 silver did the same thing. But if silver's hitting its head against this $50 silver ceiling over and over, then that's just like a volcano building up more magma. And over the decades and not years, decades of silver just building up and not breaking past. When it does break past, who knows where it's going to go. And that's why I say if it breaks 50, 100 shortly after, and then it will probably pull back, because it's going to go to 100 very fast when it breaks past 50 to extreme overbought territory. Then it will pull back. Oh, and the example, by the way, from that I mentioned I would give from people doing that earlier was Wall Street silver movement in February of 2021, where silver went from like $11 in March of 2020 to $28, $29, during the February 2021 silver squeeze. Most people that went from Wall Street bets and GameStop into silver, a lot of them did, some still stick around and have stuck around, but they transferred all of their money into silver at $28, $29, not knowing why, just because all their friends, everyone told them so. But then when it pulled back down, see, they were expecting silver to hit hundreds or whatever. So they buy in at 28, 29, thinking hundreds, not understanding why you stack silver, which is to preserve your wealth into a declining dollar. But then when it dropped down, within a couple of weeks or months, they sold. So they bought in at 29, sold at like 24. When if they would have held on, what's silver now? 42. But they didn't wait around that long because they were in silver for a get-rich-quick scheme, the wrong reasons. But anyways, you guys get what I'm saying. So silver's finally smashed through the $42 per ounce ceiling, an explosive move that has utterly changed the investment landscape and signaled a global financial shift of historic proportions. And by the way, we didn't even finish looking at this chart. So 903% rise from this handle. And this is why they're saying 4150, which was silver's price, times 900% is 370. I don't know what they're trying to say with that. Maybe they'll explain it down here. But there is, a cup and handle of several decades. So silver's finally smashed through the $42 per ounce ceiling, an explosive move that has utterly changed the investment landscape and signaled a global financial shift of historic proportions. This tidal wave isn't simply a speculative surge. All indicators point to a relentless, self-feeding silver rally destined to catapult prices towards 77 then, with breathtaking speed into triple-digit territory. There's no stopping it. The time for waiting is over. The silver shortage is now a crisis, and only action today will preserve and multiply tomorrow's wealth. Paradigm shift. Silver's 41% surge unmasks the collapse. In 2025 alone, the spot price of silver soared by 41%. That is insane. Silver is up 41% in 2025 alone, breaking 14-year highs and trouncing mainstream analyst projections. And that's, I always talk about, and let me know if you guys like the extra rants with the face cam, or if you guys think I should just stick to this. Every rant I do has a very specific purpose, though. I'm not one of those ramblers that talks about something rant. I don't care what you ate last night, what you're doing later today. I like to talk. If I'm going to rant, there's a purpose. But I always like the guys that, like, let's say last year, if you would have asked one of these silver bear guys or the naysayers or the ones that call me a silver pumper, even though I'm not that bullish, if you asked them what they thought silver's price would be by September 12th, 2025, when silver back then last year was nowhere near this, right? It's already 41% up this year alone. If you told them that you think silver would hit $42, they would call you a silver pumper. They would say, you're in this just trying to sell silver, or whatever. You have wrong motives. You're an evil person. When really, we're just looking at timing, the value of silver, the value of the dollar, scarcity, the shortage, all of these different variables coming together. But they don't care what your reason is, they just think, even looking at all the evidence that I put out, or we put out on a daily basis, they just think you're just pulling a number out your ass and you're just trying to mislead people or just overhype silver up. When no, this has been a long time coming. But it's just crazy to think what those people would say back then, or how off they would be. They would probably still be saying silver would never break past $30 by this time. And now where are they at? They're all silent. And I say that just so you looking forwards, you can look out for those types of people as well, right? You never want to be too bullish because there are real silver pumpers. But also, if you have a guy that comments on my video saying, "Oh, silver's never gonna hit $100," or "Silver will never break past 50 again," you know how many times I've heard someone say that silver would never even break past 40. You got to be careful with those people. They're negative Nancy's. But anyways, by the way, I have a friend named Nancy. Shout out to you. And she watches my channel. She's actually a client of mine. So it's up 41%. The cause is as urgent as it is clear. A catastrophic mismatch between the world's dwindling physical silver supply and its insatiable demand. Bloomberg confirms the London one-year implied silver lease rate has blasted above 5%, while on September 4th, the LBMAs, or JBMAs, I don't know if he's talking about the London Bullion Market Association or something else. It might be a typo. Bruce Ikismu, whatever, reported a London one-month lease rate rocketing to an extraordinary 6.4%. Skyrocketing lease rates signal the panic behind the desks of bullion banks and the desperation brewing in the heart of London markets. Yeah, that meant to say the LBMA. So the paper claims are crumbling. Industrial giants, sovereign funds, and retail investors are scrambling for real metal, not empty promises. Why I always say, if you can't hold it, you don't own it. So, exploding demand, vanishing supply. We already know about all this. If you watch my channel, at least, you already know about all this. So the endgame bullion bank default, systemic reset. Private investors are draining the LBMA vaults, driving lease rates to all-time highs and exposing the fatal shortfall in deliverable physical silver, which is how they suppress the price. This moment when physical spot market shatters the illusion of infinite supply, the world will witness the revaluation of a real asset. And that's really, why people are extremely bullish, where they say it could hit $1,000. The only reason, and the main reason why they say this, is because the price is being held back by Western price suppression. The COMEX. And you'll see this, like it says right here, infinite supply of silver, all these paper contracts pretending to also be backed by physical metal. And they're able to get away with this because nobody turned those paper contracts into physical. They always stand for, they cash, right? They take the cash and run. But nowadays, more people are starting to deliver or ask for delivery, right? Stand for delivery, which would expose this facade of all of that paper being backed by physical. And that would actually collapse the market. The Hunt brothers almost did that in 1980. They bought up all the silver on the COMEX. Some say they owned 70% of the globe. And 3 billionaire brothers bought up not all of it, but a lot of it, and turned all the contracts into physical delivery. Well, the COMEX and the government wasn't going to have that, right? They were like, whoa. So you know what they did? Because it was legal to do that. So you know what they did? They made it illegal on the spot. They just made a law on the spot called Silver Rule 7, saying, you know what? You guys can't do that. We're actually going to ban trading of silver on the COMEX right now. No. You guys can't do that. No. You guys are evil criminals trying to corner the market. We're going to say that so the public doesn't know why you're buying silver, which is because it's a preservation of wealth with the declining dollar. We don't want them to know your real reason, so we're going to frame you guys as evil criminals so they won't listen to you and won't take you seriously. It worked though, and they got in a lot of trouble actually because they did do some other stupid things that they shouldn't have got into, but that's a whole rabbit hole to go down. So next stop is $77, then triple digits prior to Christmas 25. Every chart has broken every technical ceiling. $42 is just the launching pad. Resistance evaporates, and that's a good point. There is no resistance now, so it's easier for it to go higher and harder for it to go lower. Whereas before, it was harder for it to go higher and easier for it to go lower. But since we keep breaking past these resistance levels and comfortably staying above the support levels, there's less resistance, which is very, very bullish. That's a very bullish sign. And that's what they're talking about right here, right? Resistance is evaporating. It's primed for a relentless assault towards 60, then 77. If we hit 77, we'll see 100. But anyways, that is this article. Let me know what you think. $100 silver by Christmas. Let me know what you think about the face cam as well. I kind of like it, but I don't know. Maybe you don't. Also, folks, make sure you purchase from us, Miles Franklin. Send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. Let him know I sent you there. Andy loves to hear it. I love to hear it. Helps me out for free. Support your local silver stacking channel. Also, let's get Salivate Metal to 100K. He's very, 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 very close to 100,000 subscribers. He deserves it. He's been stacking for a very, very long time. Supported me during my little hiatus. And also go subscribe to my friend Shelby, her YouTube channel, Chill Seeker. She just posted a video today about Project Stargate and life on Mars that they found. And yesterday she made a video about Charlie Kirk. And the day before that, she made a video about the government's hearing, or the congressional hearing with UAPs. And so she's making some really good stuff. If you like alien, spooky, government cover-up, CIA type of stuff, her channel is perfect for you. She's a new channel, so go support her. It's very, very hard starting out on YouTube to get views and get any motion going. So going over there, commenting, liking her videos, all that, it really does help. I love people that are ambitious like that. Very ambitious. She's passionate about this stuff. She puts in the work, always doing research. So yeah, I support that. I love that type of stuff. And she's truly, a good person. So yeah, Salivate Metal and Shelby from Chill Seeker. Go subscribe to their two channels. I'll link those below. And let me know about the face cam. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace. What if I told you from now on, every single month on the 31st, you have a chance to win silver, a continuous silver giveaway? Well, if you become a member of the Secret Silver Society on my Patreon, you have that opportunity. So every single month, you have something exciting to look forward to, which would be winning silver. On top of that, you'll have access to a live chat room with other silver stackers where you can post pictures and chat, just hang out with everyone, and have early access to my videos along with supporting me. If this is something you'd like to do, then come join my Patreon. It's patreon.com/silverslayer. Upon joining, you'll be given a monthly raffle ticket and instant access to that chat room. Go introduce yourself. Everyone is super nice, and it's more personal and intimate than a YouTube comment section. Folks, I'm so excited to announce that I've partnered with American medical experts, whose purpose is helping veterans get the medical benefits that they truly deserve. Over 17 million veterans aren't receiving their full benefits, and if this is you or someone you know, then act now. American medical experts are offering free consultations through our med team to see how we can help. The Med Team offers board-certified doctors who have experience working with the VA, comprehensive medical evidence for services like mental health as well. Some of these include your Nexus letter, your DBQs, your TDIUs, your AAs, and more. I want to personally thank American Medical Experts for helping veterans, but also giving me an opportunity to help veterans as well. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to get a free consultation through our Med Team. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless.